Kathy S. from Milton, Massachusetts asks, is China our friend or foe? Trump was all buddy-buddy with President Xi during his China visit, but China is actively supporting Iran, subverting American manufacturing, and spying on us. So which is it? This one is a simple answer, but it has a very complicated history. No, China is not our friend. No communist nation can really be an ally of a democratic one like ours because the world views and the value systems are just simply too far apart. The tragedy of our current competition with China is that it is of our own making. In the 1940s, following World War II, the United States had the ability to support 𝘾𝙝𝙞 against Mao Zedong, and the Truman administration chose not to provide sufficient aid to pro-democracy forces. Communist China was born. Nixon opened China to the rest of the world and to the United States in an attempt to draw them away from the Soviets, and it largely worked. But in an effort to keep our enemies close, an attempt to liberalize China, successive Democrat and Republican administrations provided China with tools that helped them grow their economy and legitimize its brutal government. Those included membership in the World Trade Organization and most favored nation trade status. These policies and others allowed China's economy to explode to 15 times the size that it was in the year 2000. China is waging an active economic, cyber, and propaganda war with the U.S. as it builds up its military to compete with us. Here's the big problem. Once companies were able to make and Americans were able to buy cheap goods from China, it has increasingly made it more complicated to decouple from the brutal regime. Our consumer culture thrives on cheap, foreign-made goods. Our labor and regulations have become too expensive to make domestic manufacturing possible in many sectors. There's no president of either party that has really been willing or able to marginalize communist China for that reason, despite its designs for expansion and the brutality of the regime. Efforts to create better free trade agreements with allied democracies, ending our one China policy, cutting Chinese bot farms and fake media outlets off of U.S. social media and internet platforms, ending China's ability to buy real estate, corporations, and other U.S. assets, all should be given priority to help combat the threat of the regime.